Just 1 minute ago, Mount Etna unleashed a glowing material that scientists have never seen before. An eruption so violent, its pyroclastic flow tore across barren slopes at 140 kilometers per hour. What came next in the laboratory defied every known classification, triggering lockdowns and panic. If Etna is spewing secrets from Earth's unreachable depths, is this just the beginning? Beneath Etna's summit, seismographs picked up a surge of deep tremors on February 8, 2025. The Osservatorio Etneo flagged the pattern as a seismic swarm, a warning that magma was forcing its way upward. Within hours, the mountain's southern slope lit up with a new lava flow, streaking down toward the valley. Helicopter rotors thudded against the ash-thick air as a team of volcanologists prepared for a high-risk ascent. Their objective: reach the fresh flow before conditions deteriorated. The heat was overwhelming, even through protective gear. Every step closer meant a higher chance of being caught by sudden explosions or toxic gas. As the team approached the source, a violent paroxysm erupted, an explosive burst so intense that a pyroclastic flow raced down the slope at 140 kilometers per hour, scorching everything in its path. The field leader barked orders, and the crew moved fast. In the chaos, they managed to secure a glowing fragment of the new material, still pulsing with internal heat. With tremors shaking the ground beneath their boots, the team scrambled back to the helicopter. The sample, sealed and hissing, was rushed out of the danger zone. Only minutes later, a fresh fissure split open where they had been standing. The specimen would be delivered to the laboratory in Catania, but no one on that flight could explain what they had just witnessed. Inside the laboratory in Catania, the sealed canister arrives still warm to the touch. Technicians prepare for a standard analysis, but as the lid is cracked open, a sharp hiss escapes. Vapor tinged with a strange blue glow fills the air. Alarms shriek, and emergency lights flicker on as the room locks down. One technician, caught by a wisp of the vapor, yelps and stumbles back, clutching a reddening burn on his wrist. Protective gloves and goggles offer little protection against whatever is in the air. Emergency staff rush in, evacuating the lab and sealing off the wing. The sample, still radiating heat, refuses to cool even under forced ventilation. Analytical equipment, X-ray fluorescence, X-ray diffraction, even mass spectrometry returns the same verdict: no match. Every test fails to classify the material. The substance doesn't behave like any known volcanic product, and its chemical signature is a dead end. Within minutes, the routine handoff of a volcanic specimen has become a full-scale biohazard incident. Scientists gather in the corridor, shaken and silent. For the first time, a sample from Etna has defied every tool and protocol. The question is no longer just what the volcano has produced, but whether science itself is prepared for what's coming next. Sensors ringed around Etna's summit begin to fall strangely silent. Instruments that once pulsed with signals from rising magma now register blank spaces, zones where the expected seismic noise simply vanishes. The anomaly catches the attention of imaging specialists at the Osservatorio Etneo. They turn to muon tomography, a technique that tracks cosmic particles as they pass through the volcano, building a map of density deep below the surface. The resulting images reveal a puzzle. Beneath the southeastern crater, clusters of low-density regions appear, suggesting empty spaces or collapsed chambers where magma should be. These voids are not accounted for in previous models. Some scientists propose that recent eruptions may have drained or destabilized hidden reservoirs, while others warn that such gaps could mean the volcano's internal structure is far more fragile than believed. The data is raw, but the implications are unsettling. If these silent zones represent true voids, Etna's foundations may be shifting in ways no one can predict. Mount Etna rises nearly 3,300 meters above Sicily, its slopes etched with scars from more than 200 eruptions. Ancient chronicles and archaeological finds trace its legacy back thousands of years, but one event stands out. a catastrophic flank collapse around 7,200 years ago. That landslide unleashed a tsunami that swept across the Mediterranean, reshaping coastlines and leaving a warning buried in sediment. Today, as scientists struggle to explain the unknown substance from Etna's latest eruption, echoes of that ancient disaster stir fresh anxiety. The volcano's UNESCO status speaks to its dual nature, a monument to natural beauty and a source of deep unease. When news of the unclassifiable material spread, the region's history of destruction felt suddenly close. Two mining corporations dispatched drones to survey the slopes, hunting for rare elements in the fallout. Environmental groups responded with outrage, staging protests in Catania. Banners reading "Hands off Etna" filled the city squares as police monitored the swelling crowds. Lawmakers rushed to impose a ban on all non-scientific drone flights, while volcanologists pleaded for more access to deploy new sensors. In the shadow of Etna, science, politics, and public fear collided. No peer-reviewed study could offer reassurance. The questions left hanging over Sicily were not just about what Etna had released, but what it might do next. On February 13, 2025, volcanologists retrieved a sample from Mount Etna's southern slope just days after a deep seismic swarm was detected beneath the summit. For the first time on record, laboratory analysis found a glowing material with no match to known volcanic rocks, neither basalt nor andesite. Standard techniques, including X-ray fluorescence and mass spectrometry, failed to identify its composition, and the incident led to a biohazard lockdown in Catania. Muon tomography soon revealed unexplained voids beneath the volcano's southeastern crater, raising concerns among scientists who recalled the flank collapse and tsunami that reshaped Mediterranean coastlines 7,200 years ago. Despite over 200 documented eruptions and Etna's UNESCO World Heritage status, key questions remain unsolved: the nature of the new substance, the cause of recent structural instabilities, and the risks they pose. As of today, no peer-reviewed studies have resolved these mysteries. Etna's latest eruption stands as a stark reminder: even the most studied volcanoes can still surprise us, challenging science and public safety alike.